All right, AOA podcast. We're back for another episode. Oh my god,
While.
it has been a while. I was just asking Frank before we started the show if the Taylor Swift stuff on the wall was accidentally glued. There was the wrong glue or tape used, or
We need anybody have a heat gun? We could, because these things are painted into the wall here. I don't know if we can.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're removable now.
we had one of those with my daughter where she's like, "Oh, I glued my homework to the wall," and I was like, "Oh, good. Wait, what was that? The glue." It was actually this right here. It was this Gorilla Glue. So that
She Gorilla glued her homework to the
yeah,
wall.
yeah. So that little report will
Had
be
the
there for her.
idea and said, "Screw it, I'm going for it."
Glue is glue to kids. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Just so it breaks that way sometimes. Frank, you see the war in Israel and Palestine, and the whole thing has now gone into a region called Rafah, and it is a hot button topic.
Oh boy.
So much so that it leads off our episode, and then right behind it, Superman.
Cool. Good news.
Yeah, well, not for me. Not for me.
All right.
And then behind that, corporations killing people to keep their secrets a secret, I guess.
This has got to be investigated, right? All right. I guess
Fine. It'll be fine. We'll all be fine. The mysterious time traveler. We have to talk about this TMZ
What?
article that I don't 100% believe. Is Jerry Seinfeld sick?
Sick.
More specifically, does he have Parkinson's?
I got gonorrhea. Oh, sorry.
Plus, there's a Mr. Softee app, and oh my goodness, another pick one, kick one coming up, friends. All on this episode.
Parkinson's. That's terrible.
You nailed it with the point, by the way. Maybe that's the help that I needed.
Bam.
Yeah,
Right to you.
it was really, really good.
Thank you.
The Israel-Palestine conflict continues, Frankie C. We are in month 7 of this war. Can you believe that?
You know, I believe it only because was it the Russia, the war over in what's it called?
Ukraine?
Yeah, Ukraine and Russia. That's been going on for a couple of years now.
Yeah. How many years is that now?
It's got over 2, right?
That seems crazy.
Yeah. So this is 7 months and it's still going. And geez, it's got to, you feel like, all right, it's going to get to an end. I feel like if they looked at it logically, if they go, all right, the war is going to end at some point, and what's going to happen at the end of it? We're just going to have massive loss of life. And what's going to change? Let's just get to whatever that change is and move on.
Yeah.
And end it now before we just kill more people.
It's amazing. Your thought process just now, nobody seems to go through ever when the people that are in charge.
They don't go, all right, how is this going to end?
Yeah.
It's end this way. Let's just do that, and then we'll be done.
Right, exactly.
And not kill a bunch of people.
And try and not kill a bunch of people. So there's an obvious ceasefire, and that didn't happen, which led to Israel bombing the Rafah region, which is an area in Gaza. What the ceasefire proposal is saying right now, 40-day period of calm. The 33 Israeli hostages, including female, elderly, and the infirmed, will be released to Israel. Israel has over 700 Palestinian detainees that they would swing back the other way. And after the release and this 40-day period of calm, they would discuss freedom of movement in the region and a permanent ceasefire. So it feels like they could see the end, right? Some of those conversations are starting to happen of like ceasefire now, 40 days, then we'll move it into a permanent thing. But it feels like Israel has a little bit more. They're trying to get in last licks here before the bell dings on this round of fighting. And I'm not entirely sure what they're thinking. I'll tell you what, you jump on to X and I'm very weary.
Just call it Twitter. It's just us.
All right. It's just us.
I know that hit really hard, but I gotta give credit to the show Archer.
Okay.
If you ever watched the show Archer? It's a funny line. It's just us. Just relax,
us. That's really funny. But did they use it talking about Twitter and X, or did you just
no something else?
Okay. All right. So some credit to you then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on Twitter, I mean, it's the Wild West. And here's the problem with today. Some of that is going to be genuine, real information that's just being communicated across. And some of that is just going to flat out be propaganda, false, just the way the world is. Briefly on that, I jump onto TikTok yesterday morning and lots of reviews coming in for the Tom Brady roast, right? And this guy goes on
this. How these things are connected, but go ahead.
Yeah, this is how it's connected. This guy goes on this whole rant about Tom Brady walked out of his own roast. He couldn't handle this one particular. So I'm watching this and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, I can't believe Netflix put all this money into this live event and this guy couldn't take the heat and he fucking walked out. So I run to the comment. So I'm searching around and I can't find this moment anywhere else. And I'm like, I guess maybe it's early. It just happened live last night. Is it possible that they don't have anything uploaded? Go to the comments and it turns out the guy put this video out the afternoon before the thing even aired.
Is this the time traveler or
no? This is this is just, and my point is that it looked real as anything. It looked like he was delivering a story. There was 100% certainty on his face. He never broke character, unlike I did 15, 20 seconds after I told everybody Kate Middleton died. Just pointing out the obvious. Just the difference between false journalism and a joke.
We don't want to relive that moment.
That's true. But my, like the point is like, what does this guy get out of this? Now, obviously the video caught a moment of virality, but I'm never going back to this person ever again. Like, this is what I don't understand. These people,
the views you get for that one video now cancel out your views forever.
Forever. I'm never going to trust anything. Now. Right. It's just not it's not entertaining. It's not, I got you. It wasn't a prank. It wasn't nothing. It was just a ruse for clout.
Not cool. And he just got his 2 seconds of minimal virality, caught some attention, but it didn't even make any kind of big wave or anything.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure it got thousands of views, but then after that, I'm sure the comments were loaded with this jerk. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is the,
And what's the point? It was just so silly and inconsequential.
Fake news.
So my point is that Twitter they're filled with the same thing. People are just trying to get their point across. And where I'm really taking all of this is to why this has such an impact on our collegiate generation right now. There's something appealing. There always is something appealing for the young people of this country. You and I are no exception when we had our time of like, we can do it better than the way the older people are doing it right now. And so with that, you kind of go out and you kind of seek to try and find new ways of doing things. I mean, when you look at most of the progress, it does kind of spur from youth, right? Those people who are willing to go out and protest. You just go up and down the lines of,
Yeah, it's not always youth though, but I know what you mean, like colleges and I get you.
Right. Like in the 60s and flower power and all that kind of stuff really kind of spurred and germinated from there, and rightfully so. That's where change needed to come from. So there's an appeal, there's something inherent in young people that's like, I'm looking for something different. I'm looking for change. I'm looking for, to make things better, whatever it is. I think it all starts with great intentions, but I think that becomes you're easily manipulated just by seeing some information. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of these kids on these college campuses, that they're seeing this stuff. I think there's clearly a force behind pushing this one singular narrative, because as we've said, and I've said a billion times throughout the course of the Israel-Palestine conflict, it's so multifaceted. It's very hard to go behind one side and be like, these are the absolutely right people, just right. It's almost impossible to do that.
I mean, if you're going with who started what, obviously back in October,
in this particular this chapter of it, yes, but it's been something that has been ongoing for.
Oh yeah, it's hard. 'Cause, you have to know where you're going to get. You don't just. I can't get my news from just any source. You can't just go to, this guy said, who the hell is that? you got to go to reliable sources. People that you've gotten reliable news from, journalists. You see the story itself, like not just read an article, but you see if the article is based on like a video. Oh, I can't believe this person said this. Well, did they? If you see the video and you say, oh, well, there they are saying it, or something like that.
Yeah.
You have to get a couple of sources, and you can't just go, this one person said something, so it's got to be true. You got to look around.
You got to look around. I went, so that's, bringing me to my point, so I could slap a bow on this point, which is very long. That's what's happening on Twitter. It's a lot of, oh, that's really happening, but there's also a whole lot of, here's my angle and my viewpoint, and there's the propaganda I could send your way. Right. And I think a lot of kids are falling for that right now because, again, I don't know how anybody looks at this situation and goes, oh, that's the side.
Right.
I just don't. It's a big mishmash. Also, it made me think about this. As I get older, the need to be right has completely melted away from me. Completely melted away. I feel like
you don't care about if your point wins the argument.
Just don't. Yeah, I feel like being right is a young thing. And I think I've lost it over time because this kind of thing, even, we should go this way or we should go that way, whatever it is. I feel like the young people need to be right. They need to be assured, no, my view of the world is correct. This is the way we need to do it. This is how we fix it. And I just feel like the older I get, like even personal things, even relationships with people, the older I get, I just go, okay, it's when,
Yeah, a lot of time it's just, whatever. Well,
it doesn't really matter.
That then, yeah.
Yeah, don't you? I don't know if I'm just coming from a weird place here, but I'm finding that 98% of the happens and occurrences really just doesn't really matter.
Most of the time, you're right.
Right? Like, I'm right about this, or, we went to France before Italy. No, we went to Italy before France. Well, it doesn't.
Whatever. You went to both.
Yeah. This doesn't really matter.
Just tell the story. Right.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think we should paint the fence this color. Okay. All right.
If it doesn't work, we'll paint it another color. I don't care.
Yeah. It seems like most of these things are just like, but I feel like those that are
things.
like,
you don't want to, you don't get hung up on the little things.
You don't want to get hung, right. But I feel like as I look at the world, it feels to me like 35 and 30 and younger are like, no. This is the, like that.
You haven't been beaten down by the world yet.
Yeah. Is that, you think that's it? I don't know.
No.
But this absolute
anybody watching, don't get beaten down by the world. Keep your strength with you.
Yeah, because it's not a beaten down thing. It's like you learn to. Well, it is a little bit of a beaten down thing, but you learn to just get up and keep going. You learn at a certain age. It's like it's not about these individual things being right.
You prioritize. I get it. When you get older, you don't look at the things that you cared and worried about in your 20s. You don't give a like whatever. You have different priorities now. And it's not this. It's a complete 180 probably from what they were 20 years ago.
And that's going to be this generation's thing. They're going to all 20 years from now go, the fuck were we doing? Getting arrested and sleeping out on lawns for what? Like they believe they're so right.
Yeah.
They are just throwing away opportunities for everything else. Just
when we know that we're right. We're the ones that are right.
That's right. No,
just a second. Yeah, I just want to say very sorry to Mercury, who just lost her mom.
Oh Jesus, that's terrible.
Yeah, sorry to hear about your mom passing. All the best to you guys, you and your family. Very sorry to hear that.
That's tough to lose a mom. Moms are very important. I don't want to wax poetic, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the moms, Frank.
That makes sense.
I mean, I've done studies.
I don't think you have.
Just saying.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like Mercury's mom was very important. Brought Mercury here.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
very sorry, Mercury.
Feel for you, Mercury. I hope that we could make you giggle at some point in this episode. I'm not going to guarantee that.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We got Superman coming up.
We do have Superman coming up. Let's go right to Superman because I feel like I can keep going on this whole path, but this whole I'm right thing has been sitting with me for the last 3 days.
The older generation has that. I don't think it's a generational thing. I think every generation has. It just depends on who you're dealing with. I mean, I don't know if it's different. If there's a difference between the I'm right and me first. Like there's a lot of me firsts out there. Like, I have to be in front, or I have to do this first. I have to get in front of you in line, or I have to cut you off, or there's a lot of that out there.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know if they're related. That along with the I'm right, that they might be related, but I don't know.
Elon said, and I don't know who really said it first because rarely I feel like he comes up with a thing, but it was basically like if you're going to take down an American flag and raise the flag of another country in its place, then you should just go live there. And as juvenile of a statement as that is, there's a truthness to it, whereas like, we were talking about this the other day, how it was like, gays for Palestine or whatever the thing was. And I just couldn't help but chuckle over it because it's like, you're not accepted in these countries with these people. Yeah. Your kind is not welcome. And you're around here getting arrested and fighting for them. And if you walked into that country, A, you wouldn't be able to protest. B, you wouldn't be able to be gay. Like
Yeah. And the good thing about this country is you could fly any flag you want.
Right.
You want to put up, you're from, you have a Italian fan, you want to put up an Italian flag outside, put up an Italian flag. You want to put up, German or Spanish or whatever flag you want outside.
Yeah.
You could do that. A Greek flag, pick a country, and you could put up any flag you want.
I saw a strange
pride flag, anything.
I saw a strange thing. I was by, I don't know. Well, we used to have a hospital here called Long Island Jewish. Remember Long Island Jewish?
LIJ.
LIJ. I think it's Northwell now. So maybe this was the old Long Island Jewish. I don't know. But there were 6 flags at the entrance. I just drove by the other day. 3 flags on what?
Not the theme park.
Not the theme flags. There was 6 flags at the entrance to the hospital. Northwell Health is what it's called now. 3 on this side were American flags, and then the 3 on this side. The first one was the American flag. The middle one was the Israel flag, and then the one behind it was the Canadian flag. And I just looked at it and I go, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know how
covering as many bases. I don't know. Covering a few bases.
Right, it's the Canadian flag. That was the what's happening. That was the moment where I'm like, I'm not sure what's happening.
Can they cure whatever I got? Great. Then I don't care.
First and foremost, you're right. That's the thing, right? Doesn't matter what right.
I don't care if it's I love Canada, so fly the Canadian flag. It's fine.
Yeah, I just got the biggest chuckle out of that because I'm like, all right, I get the support for Israel. I can understand that, but Canada back there. I mean, I don't even,
The owner of the hospital is Canadian. Maybe there's free healthcare inside. Who the hell knows? I don't know.
My feeling is somebody goes, if we put a Canadian flag in the back, nobody will give us the Palestinian people won't give us a hard time. And somebody went,
everybody loves Canada. Let's
try it. Let's see what happens.
Let's just say a Canadian. That's great.
Yeah. But it did. There was a moment where I was kind of like, I appreciate it, but let's just keep the American flags up for now. Like, I don't know if we need to do all this at a hospital. Like you said, let's save some lives. Let's not worry about what, and that's the other thing too. At some point, everybody feels the need to show their feelings on everything. And it's like, maybe I just want you doing heart transplants and delivering babies.
I'm sure the doctor has no call on what flag is flying outside.
You're right. But there's some
surgeon who's operating on your heart. It's not going to be like, hey, did we check that flag outside today?
I'm not doing another baby delivery until we get a fucking Israel flag up in the front.
Right.
I'm sure you're right, but there's probably some administrator somewhere that was like, okay, go ahead.
There's PR people. There's all kinds of.
Yeah.
I'm sure every hospital has, public relations.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So it doesn't matter.
Maybe the Canadian flag was for Drake. Did you hear about the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar diss tracks?
I couldn't. I know very little about this. I know that there's a diss track out there. I don't know
Yeah.
who started what. I don't know what these disses are about. I don't know what the beef is. What is happening?
So I tried, you know me. I mean, we do this, right? So I always want to be a man of the people, know what's happening.
Sure.
I've read 6 articles, I've watched 20 videos, and I still don't get it.
Did you listen to the tracks?
I listened to the track. They're very hard. There's a lot. Like, even one of the people this made me feel good. I listened to one of the tracks and I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. And then some guy made a whole entire video of how like every line in the Kendrick track is like a diss. Like, even like Kendrick Lamar lyricist crazy heads who know everything he's saying are going back through this and going, I don't know what he's saying here. Like, there's so much happening in a little space. It's hard to keep track of it all. But
what's their problem with each other? Why don't they get along?
The crux of what I got so far is Drake took Kendrick out on tour the first time around. Like, Drake was already the established star and brought Kendrick out to open for him. So they formed somewhat of a relationship there. And then it all fell to shit. And I don't know what it was that kind of pushed it to the edge this time around. But one of them put out a diss track, then another one answered, and then I think by the time Drake came around, like, the big thing was Kendrick Lamar answered one of the tracks within a half hour of Drake putting out his track.
That's pretty good to get some polished and on tape in a half an hour.
Yeah, he had it like locked and loaded and ready to go. You know. And Paul's got it. Some people are saying Drake's a pedo. I think it was Drake. They're accusing Drake of like having a kid out of wedlock and not acknowledging them or something crazy. That was another thing. And
jeez, so is that in the Kendrick Lamar diss tracks and whatever?
It's like in there, and then like the cover art that Kendrick Lamar put out is like a picture, and there's like some prescription medication in there, so they're calling him a pillhead. I think they accused him of being on Ozempic, which I don't, those are shots, not pills, but I don't know, it's all part of it. But then there was like, I watched this whole thing, this analysis breakdown of like, you see this picture of the cover of the Kendrick Lamar track, which is also hilarious because it's not like it's ever going to see the light of day in a physical form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, here's the cover art, and it's like, I guess so. I guess every track needs cover art. But
well, when you play it on YouTube or something,
it's there. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it was like a tight shot. There's like a little tiny, there's a little inkling of a plastic bag in the corner, and so people were like, "Oh, it's more drugs," or we're gonna get like a more zoomed out version of this thing. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
All right.
And I don't mean to sound like an old man, but back in my day, eventually they just killed each other. That was, we were men back then. You know what I'm saying, Frank? We just...
Is that it was, are you saying it was better when that happened?
Well, there was no 6th disc track, like we didn't
keep dissing each other, just back and forth disses, nonstop dissing.
Yeah. Back then we just made moms cry by killing kids. You know what I'm saying? That's
messed up.
It is messed up, but I feel like an old man now. That's what the old men used to say.
Diss, and then
we just shoot each other. Right. Set up a hit. So I don't know what to expect, but all has been quiet on the Diddy front too. Have you noticed that? Like,
that's true. I guess I'm sure investigations are still going on, and I haven't heard anything yet though since that day that he was raided.
There's a young lady who I've been keeping tabs on, and again, 90% of like the stuff that we do doesn't make it to the air. But she's been saying all this crazy shit. I think she used to date somebody, Kanye or Jay-Z or somebody, and I forget her name. I want to say like Jaguar or something crazy. She's short hair now. She's been going on podcasts and spewing all sorts of crazy stuff. Again, one of these people that are like, wait for it, it's coming. Wait for it, it's coming. And they're going on and she's going on and on. I'm keeping my tabs on her because although I appreciate the wait for it, it's coming, I also would like you to say what it is that you know.
Yeah, I guess, can she legally?
I don't know. This is like Giuliani all over again. Like, we're going to release the laptop. We're going to release laptop. It's just like, just put the fucking thing out already. Like, let us see it.
Right.
You know, like.
Because, I mean, Giuliani didn't have the laptop, right?
Yeah, well, somebody did because it did find its way out there. But,
but
I don't know if he had it specifically per se. But, you know, that I don't know if you saw this, but Hunter was suing, I think, Fox News.
Yes.
Over publishing stolen. Which was just like, I mean, come on, like, give me. I understand that there's privacy protections, but you're talking about news.
How about some? If he's going to sue anybody, not that I'm picking a side here, but just how about the Congress people who showed naked pictures of him on TV, on their Twitter, and everywhere? It's like, dude, you're showing naked pictures of me. That's suable, I think.
That might be. I don't know. But I do feel like, to an extent, like, I guess because you don't have to show the whole nudity. You could censor it a little bit to make it.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I can't help. What?
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, she posted it on her Twitter. She held up big signs with naked Hunter Biden in Congress. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. That is what it is, but I feel like a news organization should have the right to publish material that it comes in contact with that is newsworthy. And the president's son doing coke with prostitutes is newsworthy. I don't care who it, I mean, it's just, these are news stories. That information should be published. Your privacy is not necessarily above the interest of the public there, which I think they're in the right to do. Him doing that lawsuit was fucking ridiculous. Again, if I'm on the Biden campaign, I would be like, shut the fuck up while we try and win another election. I don't need you out here suing fucking Fox News because you're a cokehead and you can't keep your shit together.
Right.
Remember
anyway. the movie Black Sheep with Chris Farley?
Yeah.
Let's go. Just go
hand out
in a
pamphlets.
cabin in the middle of nowhere and just sit this one out.
Vote for Donnelly. I still.
That's a great movie. I know a lot of people go, "I was a Tommy Boy remake." No, it's its own movie and it's hysterical.
It was good, and even at a let's just make a cheap Tommy Boy ripoff, it's one of the greatest.
Still funny
of all time. Yeah, I agree
it's
so much.
Great.
I got chocolate pudding in my pants. You didn't have chocolate pudding.
This is a good movie. Underrated, very underrated.
Oh, I missed that son of a bitch so bad. By the way, the we talked about this, so this is a good little update. The biopic got the green light to go.
Oh, okay, good. The guy, he's in a bunch of movies. This guy, I don't remember his name, but he's really good.
Tons of movies, yeah. Wait,
he's in the one about the one with Tanya Harding. That one, I think I Tanya.
Paul Walter Hauser.
There you go.
Yeah. Paul Walter Hauser's got the nod, and Lorne Michaels is producing, so I feel really good about it. I feel like it's all in really good hands right now. I would love it. I know they're still got to cast the whole thing, but I'd love to get Ellen DeGeneres in there playing what's his name?
The hell is it? What, David Spade?
Thank you. Fuck, what kind of think of David? I just think Ellen would kill it. I just fucking think Ellen would kill it. By the way, I have a theory. We're all over the place. I have a theory now.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know why, but everybody in Hollywood is turning into Ellen DeGeneres. Like, I watched Seinfeld sit and talk to Mo Rocca, and I'm like, why is Mo Rocca looking more and more like Ellen every day? Then I watched The Price is Right on Friday, because I'd never really watched TV in the morning ever. But I just so happened to turn The Price is Right on Friday, and I'm like, Drew Carey looks a lot like Ellen DeGeneres. I think
Drew Carey's older. Maybe Ellen looks like Drew Carey.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But that Drew Carey, man, oh my God, did he fall into shit? That fucking Price is Right.
That's a golden friggin'...
What a gig.
That's a gig, man.
That's a great gig. Yeah. All you have to do on that show is not call people morons. That's all you have to do. Because I lost it. 40 minutes in, I'm like, I'm screaming at this one woman who keeps bidding wrong the whole entire show. The entire show.
Like, you're never getting on stage, lady.
Yeah. Just did somebody bid something? She bid $40 underneath. I'm like, I don't know if you know how this game works.
You don't get what's happening here.
Yeah.
Idiot.
All right, anyway, so Superman. So James Gunn. First of all, I'm very upset that we lost the old Superman. I forget his name already, but I was very.
Christopher Reeves?
No, not Christopher Reeves. We'll always have him. The last guy.
Oh. Well, he's gone. He's no longer Superman.
He's out. Yeah, he's out. He's not doing Superman anymore. So they cast a new dude, and I think it's David Corenswet is his name.
Cornsweet?
Corenswet, Corenswet, or Corenswet. I don't know. And they just released a photo. So this is the first look at new Superman.
Can we see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up for you right now, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's set to drop. I guess the movie is set to drop July 11th in 2025.
I thought that I saw that picture and I thought it was him, the original guy. Not the original, but the last guy.
It looks a lot like the last guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the last guy.
The hell is the last guy's name? I don't know. The suit's a little weirder.
Okay, thank you. That's my biggest problem. Everybody's very excited, and I'm a Superman freak. Okay, people may not know this. Hold on my desk. I have very few things on the podcast studio desk here, Frank. You see, but we got the old Superman.
You've had that thing as long as I've known you.
Yep. I got Superman, and I got Back to the Future. That's it. That's what's on the
thing. Now, I have a few problems with this picture, but if you want to go first, go right ahead.
No, I want you to go first. Go ahead.
All right. Two problems. One, I don't know what's going on with the shoulder neck area. Like the cape around the neck looks a little weird, and the shoulder has like these stripy things happening.
Thank you.
All right. I guess you got to come up with something new. Fine. My only other problem with this is he's going a little slow for what's going on in the background. I mean, he's Superman, right? I mean, he should be at whatever's going on by this time.
You could not be more. He's putting on his Superman boots the way I put on my shoes to go to my kid's softball game. It's like,
very slowly. Yeah, he's like, this again, this purple beam of light. I gotta go fight now. What is this?
Yeah,
he should be at that purple beam of light already.
Right. Exactly.
What's the problem?
What's taking you so long?
And I mean, it looks like he's just getting out of bed. Okay, I'll buy that. Or like he's in whatever apartment getting his stuff on. Usually he's got stuff already on underneath whatever he's wearing.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think Superman needs knee pads either. I don't know why he's got knee pads. So his knees don't wear out? I mean, his knees aren't going to wear out.
There is a little knee pad area right here. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What is that?
I mean, it's to protect his knees. Yeah, I think the Man of Steel protects his knees. He stops a bullet with his eyes. His knees are going to be just fine.
Yes, excellent points.
What else? S looks a little weird. Like the top is cut off of the S.
Yep.
I know it's not. It's technically not an S, but let's be honest. It looks like an S.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the curl. Okay.
I do love the curl. You're doing very well here.
Thank you. I don't know what city that is. I mean, I guess it's made up. It's Metropolis. It's not supposed to be like New York or anything because it's a weird building in the background.
This one right here, right? Which I like, this little H building.
Yeah, that looks like there's a building in. I'm gonna mess up the country, but Asia. A country in Asia that kind of looks like that. It has like the bridge. I think it was in one of the Mission Impossibles. Like it has that bridge that goes across.
Right.
Maybe that's where he is. But if it's Metropolis, it's weird. I don't know what the villain in the background is. What that purple thing. There's a lot going on here.
A lot. There's a lot going on. I'm very excited about everything that's happening in the background, though. I don't know what this huge laser thing, explosion, eye bulb looking thing is.
Right.
Like you said, the city, like seeing that H building kind of excites me because I'm like, ooh, everybody always wants to see what Metropolis looks like. You know, it's a
I
chance
just
to get
always
it.
picture New York, basically.
Yeah, but I feel like when they get it really right, it's fun to be like, ooh, like even in Batman, like going to Chicago was kind of a stroke of genius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it gives that it gives Gotham like a different feel and a different vibe. Like you have to admit, in the
New York's been done to death with a million movies.
yeah, yeah, but in
You
the
see New
Nolan
York, you could spot
films,
it. Yeah.
and in the what's his name, Tim?
Gun?
No. Who's the guy who did the first one, the first Batman with Keaton?
Oh, yeah.
We're not doing good on the names this episode.
No, we're not.
Anyway, he gave Tim Burton. Thank you. He gave there was a feel to Gotham under Tim Burton was like,
oh yeah,
like you're like holy shit. Could you imagine living there?
It was a weirdo freaking place to be.
It was its own character. It made you like think of all like it just kind of triggers all these possibilities. You know?
Yeah. Also, if he's just putting these clothes on, why aren't they clean?
Right.
He's all dirty.
His eyes are closed. So I like this stuff. I like why is it dirty? I like his eyes are closed. Like you're saying, he's moving slow. Is this like a battle that he can't take anymore? But I don't love that part of it because we did emo Superman once already, and it was horrible. You know, the Brandon Routh like, oh, I'm emo and I'm I'm a dad now kind of.
He wasn't the story was bad, but he wasn't a bad Superman.
Ralph
the
wasn't.
actor.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. Although I will say it wasn't horrible. But I will say that I love the last guy.
Yeah, which I can't remember his name, but yeah,
Chris
last
Hemsworth,
guy was really
maybe?
good.
Hemsworth
definitely
feels
not
like
Chris
it's
Hemsworth.
It's always a Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth is Thor.
Who's the brother Hemsworth that nobody?
Liam
Hemsworth. That's who it was.
It wasn't him.
Somebody will have it in the chat.
Yeah, someone tell us who the last Superman was. I can't.
I love that dude so much. I think he's fucking great.
He was great.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been replaced.
Why replace him? Keep it because you want a different story. You want to start a different.
It's because it's James Gunn now, and James Gunn wants to write his story the way he wants. He's starting from scratch, which I hate.
Nicolas Cage already. Put Nicolas Cage in the suit.
I hate it, but I respect it. Well, that was what was great about the Flash movie was we got to see all those characters. Fucking Robin goes Clark Kent.
Nailed it. Nailed it, my friend.
It was great to see Nick Cage as Superman. It was great to see Christopher Reeves again. It was great to see that, but that movie fucking tanked. And I think it tanked because of that. The Flash guy had a lot of bullshit going on.
Yeah, it was a problem.
But also by that time, everybody knew it was fucking over. That's the other reason why I didn't think anybody went to that movie, because it was like, this is all getting rebooted anyway. I'm not going to emotionally invest in this shit. It's going to fucking change.
Right.
You know?
What the
Henry Cavill. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
And Christine. They both came in. It was a tie. Both came in at the same time.
Henry Cavill. Thank you. Yeah.
Henry Cavill is good. Yeah.
He was very good. And he was, he was believable when he was not Superman, when he was outside in another movie. He was in, again, I bring it up, another Mission Impossible movie. He was in with Tom Cruise. There's a scene in that movie where he's just kicking ass and you don't see Superman at all, but it's him. He's just in a suit and he's brawling some guy. And he was awesome. He was great. You didn't see Superman for a minute. And he was just such a good, he's a good actor.
He was really good. So I'm going in with an open mind, but I do have some issues. You actually nailed every one of them. The one thing that you didn't do that bothers me the absolute most, 1,000,000,000%, and I'm zooming in here, but this area right here is a huge problem for me.
I feel like I nailed all that. I said there's stripiness, there's the S is messed up, and he's dirty. What's the problem?
You mentioned the stripiness, but what you didn't mention is fold number 1 right here.
Okay.
Fold number 2.
Okay.
Fold number 3. Why doesn't his suit fit correctly?
Because he's hunched forward.
No,
His arms are going forward.
never.
I'm sure if he's standing up like this, it's going to be fine.
In the canon of Superman, that thing always fit tight.
Form-fitting and...
Completely form-fitting. It didn't look like... This is what I look like in a suit. Like, nothing is fit. Like, it should look like this was tailored for you, not that you just got it off the fucking rack.
Okay.
Do you know
I'll
what I
give you
mean?
that. The Christopher Reeve one, that was, no matter how he moved, it was like part of his body.
Yeah.
You're right. This looks like he inherited it from his dad. This is a Superman hand-me-down. This came from Super Dad.
This may not seem like a big deal, but this is the biggest deal to me. Like, he has to have the look. He has to be Superman. He can't just be fumbling around in a hand-me-down suit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is the direction he's going. He's bringing the human side to him, I guess, because he's not human.
See, Beat My Drum just said the same thing. Maybe they're humanizing him. Understandable.
Yeah, he's not from he's not from this planet anyway. He could
Right.
be human, but not from the planet.
But again, the best part about Superman is that he has to deal with humans and human issues and emotions, but he's not human. He's above it.
He's not. Yeah.
He's an alien, and that puts him in precarious situations and different predicaments, which is fun to watch. But you don't want.
He looks very vulnerable here.
Yeah, the moment they gave him a kid and he was like, "Hey, your stepdad's Superman," it was like, this movie sucks. Like, nobody fucking liked it.
No, I hear you. That guy was good, but the movie sucked.
The movie stunk.
Yeah, this makes this Superman look very vulnerable, very beaten down, and just over it all, and like, I'm done with this friggin' planet.
The wrinkled suit that doesn't fit, eyes closed. This is child support Superman, and nobody wants any part of it.
I don't know if his eyes are closed or he's just looking down at his boots as he's putting them on.
I don't know. I feel like that expression is like it's caught up to me. I gotta,
Yeah.
Which again is another interesting part of Superman. He's here, he's saving everything, but suddenly aliens are coming to kill him, and now there's going to be mass casualties everywhere.
Yeah, he's bringing the war to the planet that didn't ask for it. But this, I mean, again, he's sleepwalking his way to getting ready here. Like, he should. Like, my main problem with this is he's taking his sweet ass time putting his boots on. It's like, go fight this thing already. It's already destroying shit.
Right.
You could be there in half a second, and you're sitting there pulling your boots on.
I agree. That's a good point. I didn't think of that, and that's a really, really good point. Like,
Take your time, buddy. We got all,
Yeah.
It's only half the city getting destroyed by this giant laser.
Right. You got to jump in. You got to get going, motherfucker. You don't have time to.
Those boots should be. He should be able to. This should be a 100th of a second, whatever he's doing right here, and he should be at the laser already.
Yeah. Yeah. He's getting dressed in the morning like I do, going, I shouldn't have had that fucking extra cookie last night.
Oh, my back. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks like a cuck chair. I knew I'd get you with that.
Maybe that's why he's moving so solemnly. He's in the cuck chair.
He's been cucked. I think that's going to be the arc of the movie. He's super cucked.
Super cucked.
He's cuck Kent.
I don't know why I thought watching Lois with Lex Luthor would have been good. It was not. This is not how I wanted it to go.
Oh, man. He's in the cuck chair. That's not good.
Oh, Jesus. Look at this, Lindy. Can confirm. Oh, no. See?
You see, this is going to be all about that. That's not going
We
to
have confirmation, and Frank's right. It's a cuck chair.
He's in a cuck chair. Superman's in a... This is clearly a hotel room.
God damn it.
Poor Superman. That's why he looks miserable.
That's why he's miserable. He's like, I didn't like that.
I didn't like that. I gotta put my boots back on. I didn't like that.
I'm leaving. I gotta go.
How can I go now? They expect me to go save the city after what I just witnessed. This is no good.
Oh, jeez. He might be leaving in the middle of it. We don't even know.
Yeah, still. You guys, I got this. I'll be right back.
Behind what you see behind him is actually Lois Lane's orgasm forming.
Oh, see,
There's nothing really there. That's in his head.
Okay, that's his mind exploding.
I'll tell you what, the super cuck chair line is getting a lot of. That is going to. This might be a highlight. Oh fuck it! Look at beat my drum, cuck Kent.
Hell yeah, cuck Kent. That's beautiful.
That's what the movie's gonna be called, not Superman. It'll be called Cuck Kent.
This poor bastard.
Ah, damn it! I needed that.
That movie writes itself.
Yeah, it does. It does. We're making porn producers' lives easier, Frank. I got to tell you.
You're welcome.
All right, listen. The Boeing whistleblower. I can't believe this, but a second whistleblower is dead.
This stinks to high heaven. How is this not being investigated by every friggin' FBI, CIA?
We used to have investigators. We used to have people that were fucking on. Who's the fat guy that did the 9/11? What was his name? Remember? Michael something or other.
The hell are you talking about?
The fucking documentary dude, Bowling for Columbine. What was his name?
Yeah.
Michael Moore. Thank you.
Moore, there you go.
Fucking Michael Moore. Something used to happen. Michael Moore used to be like, I'm going to get my fat ass over there with a camera right away and start asking some questions that don't mean anything. We had somebody on it, though, at least, you know?
Is he retired? Is he officially done?
I don't know. I think the last couple of films he wrote were like total bullshit, and people were like, we're not really for you anymore.
He might be out of it now. I don't know if he's...
Yeah.
We haven't had one from him in a while.
Yeah, he ran his course. Joshua Dean, 45 years old, former quality auditor at Spirit Aerosystems, died Tuesday morning from a fast-growing mystery infection, according to the Seattle Times.
See, once you throw the word mystery in there, it's not a fast-growing cancer or a fast-growing this or that. It's a fast-growing mystery infection. That's kind of screwed up.
Yep. By April 21st, he was in very critical condition and had tested positive for influenza B, MRSA, and pneumonia all at the same time. He was intubated and put on dialysis before eventually being airlifted to another hospital in Oklahoma City. A CT scan indicated that he also had suffered a stroke. I mean, doesn't it feel like somebody put a lot of things in a little syringe and stuck him with it and just ran out of the room?
That guy had a lot of shit going on.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. One of those things by itself is bad.
Right.
The guy had like 10 of them.
He just so happened to have all of them at the time that he was whistleblowing on Boeing.
How many whistleblowers are there? Are we running low now? What's the number?
There's a few. There's a handful. A few people after John Barnett came out, but there was a few other people around him, including this guy. And there's still a couple other people out there, and I don't know how they sleep at night.
How are they? They got to have some kind of protection, people around them, guarded.
Yeah,
right. Crazy. I would hire security right away. I'd be like, all right, security guard, you're by me all the time.
Do you ever watch House of Cards? Did you watch House of Cards on Netflix?
No.
All right. It's a great show. It's the last season is after Kevin Spacey got accused and got booted out of the show. The show was fucking terrible, but it's a pretty good show in between that. But much like a soap opera, you start to go, all these things happening all at once would not be, like every episode is very real and it's very like, oh, this and that. And it's good storytelling. But when you come out, when you pull back and you go, if this was literally happening in real life, all these events happening in such a short span of time, nobody would believe this. And I think that's why that series kind of ran its course. Oddly, that is starting to happen in real life. And it's getting very like,
it's a little scary.
It's a little scary. If another one of these fuckers drops dead, we will never talk about Boeing in bad light ever again.
I mean, this, I don't understand. I mean, one, you could go, all right, the guy, and it was a suicide, I think, the first one.
First guy was allegedly.
Allegedly a suicide.
Took his own life. Yeah.
Yeah. That all right. You go all right. One of them had a whatever it was. Okay. Then there's another one a couple weeks later. It's like okay, now there's a pattern forming here. So while it wasn't, he didn't do it to himself. It still doesn't look good. I don't know how many more whistleblowers there are, but again, they got to be watched.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really no bullshit. I mean, two of these people at the same, and young, 45 years old.
Yeah, that's no good.
It's got pneumonia, MRSA, and fucking the flu all at the same time. Oh, then he also had a stroke.
It's a lot of things going. Yeah, it's a lot of coincidences.
What?
I mean, I'm sure one thing probably doesn't help the other, but this might lead to that, But investigations, I think, are needed.
So this was going to be this came out on Thursday. This was going to be the lead topic on Friday's episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the episode on Friday. And today, I'm like, let me just go catch up with the world. Sunday, the weekend was kind of a blur. I didn't really do my normal stuff, but today I go, let me catch up with the world and find out what's happening. And I'm expecting to see the whistleblower story everywhere, and it is nowhere.
I've seen it a few places.
It's gotten his articles. People are writing about it.
It's not everywhere.
It's not ever. It's not.
We got a former idiot, on trial.
It's true. It's true.
Current idiot.
Former idiot. Current idiot. Yeah.
I wanted to say former, president, but then I just replaced president.
Yeah, but I get that I understand that has got some merit to it too. But I just feel like, I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm an old person, Frank, but I feel like in 1991, this would have been the lead on the 5, 6, 11 o'clock news.
Well, the thing is, back in 1991, there wasn't a million sources of news. There were a handful. And you had they had to whittle down what their stories were. And this would have been a big one. We also didn't have, a guy that's in the news every day for, that might go to jail for, contempt of court for bad mouthing people in the having to do with the trial.
Yeah, do you think he's really gonna go? I didn't put that story on, but it is a story. The judge was like, I don't want to throw you in jail, but I will if you keep it up. You think he's gonna do it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
This is why this is not a good look for Donald Trump, no matter what. Because if he gets himself thrown in jail, I understand his base will get ignited even further. But that's not where you want this country to be, them jailing former presidents. And at the same time, now, if he cowers to this judge, I feel like he just shows what a pussy he is, that he's not this rebel that everybody fucking loves if he's just going to sit there and listen to the rules all of a sudden.
Well, if you heard him today, he was like, oh, I'll gladly go to jail because the Constitution is the best. It's like, this isn't about the Constitution, you moron. This is about you're on trial, and you can't go defaming people that have to do with the trial because you influence stuff and you're tampering with people that are possibly involved with the trial. You can't be doing that shit. It has nothing to do with freedom of speech. It has everything to do with what's going on in the trial. So
yeah,
he keeps claiming, oh, they're taking away my freedom of speech. It's like, no, you're on trial. This is what has to happen.
Yeah.
If you weren't on trial, if you had nothing to do with the trial, if you had nothing to do with it and you had no influence on the case, then you could, say, oh, I don't like this, whatever. But you can't do that while a trial's going on. Sorry. Those are the rules. This has nothing to do with your freedom of speech.
Them's the rules, baby. Them's the rules.
So we got a time traveler or what? What is this?
Yeah, so I don't really believe this story. Again, this was a Friday leftover that I just couldn't.
You don't believe that there's a time traveler? Why wouldn't you believe that? Sounds so real.
Okay. So you didn't see this at all?
I did not see that. I see every now and then there's a story, like if you go on YouTube, there's stories about time travelers from, I came from whatever, however many years in the future. I didn't see this as a mainstream story. I've seen bullshit things on like you wouldn't believe what this guy had to say. He came from a country that doesn't exist and blah blah blah.
Right. All right.
But
So
I
this
don't know about
guy,
this one.
I could play the video for you. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, and TMZ is a little difficult, even
Oh,
showing
okay.
this.
So this, all right. I did see. I passed by this as I was scrolling. I was like, oh, I think I know what this is. I passed.
Yeah.
By, I didn't watch. I didn't watch it though.
Shed guy. Okay, you didn't watch it?
No.
Okay, so I'll give you the synopsis, and everybody can go watch the video for themselves. I'll put it in the live chat for everybody, so you can play along. But basically, okay, and it's a TikTok. So, but TMZ, I guess, bought the TikTok from this kid, and they have it now. So I don't know what the deal is, but basically, essentially, he's doing the green screen thing where he's talking in front of a video, and the video is his Nest Cam, right? Or what's the
Ring
doorbell?
cam?
Ring cam. His ring cam shoots into his backyard, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm watching the ring cam, and I see this guy, and he walks into my yard, and then he walks into my fucking shed. So I guess he's watching this all from work, and he calls the cops and whatever. The cops come, okay, and they go into the shed and they inspect everything. And the guy's not there. He's not in the shed.
Okay.
And then he keeps the ring cam on, and then like 3 days later, out pops this old man from the shed. The old man just walks out of the shed. And that's this guy's explanation. Now, to me, it feels like this is something that could be easily doctored and faked. But
you make a cut, the guy leaves, and that's it.
right. And what a lot of people were saying on TikTok too, which is true, like ring cam, although it looks like it's going, you could skip a couple,
Yeah, because it's a steady shot.
And it jumps from right, and you won't even really notice if it jumps. But I mean, I watched the video, and I said to myself, I'm like, I think this is entirely made up. And if it is, this guy went through really crazy lengths to do it because police showed up. So either he faked it that had happened and called the real police, or are we to believe that those are fake police? I don't think so, because that's something that could easily be found out.
Well, let's look at this logically. There's either he faked it, number one, either he faked it, these two guys on the screen somehow pulled this off without him knowing, or there's a real time traveler.
Well, there's a real time, right? There's your three options.
Those are the three options. So I feel like it's one or two. So because I think the young guy walked into the shed at a point. I doubt this guy was watching the camera for 3 days straight. Right?
Yeah,
if you look at all, he could, literally a second, the guy could walk out and be gone.
Because I have the Nest Cam, and it'll go off all the time and say motion or whatever. And like when the shadows change and shit like that throughout the course of a day, it'll go off randomly, and you just stop watching it after a while. But he scrubbed through, meaning he fast forwarded so that you see every single frame. He said he scrubbed through and didn't see the guy leave whatsoever. And didn't see this old guy come in at all whatsoever. I mean, again, this is something that's the editing part of it is easily fabricated because all you have to do is cut out a few seconds and you won't know. But
those clothes don't look very futuristic, by the way.
They don't. But he had the guy. You get a glimpse of the guy walking in, and then the old man. They both have these weird sort of forehead, interesting glasses. Like they're distinct hairlines. Like there is something interesting about both their faces.
So here's a question. So in the 40-year difference between these two guys, in the 40 years, he never updated his glasses.
That's a good point.
He didn't get a new pair of glasses in that whole time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's two. Like, I watched
that
and I go,
to time travel, get some new glasses.
You're right. Come out in a futuristic suit or something. Yeah. And then the old guy looks dead in the camera too, which bothered me the most. I was like, why is he looking right into the camera? Just to kind of give us the whole thing. It's a fun video to watch, but I'm like, it's not. It's in no way real, but it's one of those things where I go, I am 99.9% sure that this isn't real. I am not going to say 100%.
You're not gonna commit. You think it's the shed, or you think it's the guy? Magic shed or magic guy?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. I mean, you go into the shed and you drop that, but again, we're talking about a real big elaborate setup to pull this off.
Is
I'm
it?
not saying people aren't. Well, yeah, because if he's got a tunnel, or again, if he just cuts the frames. But what kind of an asshole? I mean, not to say that they don't exist. What
They're
kind of an
out there.
asshole would call the cops off a ruse and be like, "There's a guy in my shed," if he knows this is all just a fucking bullshit prank? I mean, that's
The
pretty
same kind of asshole that would call the cops and say my son's in a weather balloon when he was in the house the whole time.
true.
Remember that story?
Yep. Yeah.
That was a hoax. You know, people pull off hoaxes all the time.
Because I'm all for this kind of shit until you call the cops and then you find out somebody else gets murdered or got killed because the cops are off doing some other fucking thing. You know, I always feel like that's like a thing that happens. Like, that's why you don't fuck around and prank with cops, because
you don't pull cops away from important shit.
Something they could be really doing. Exactly. 100%. You know, so that's
unless it was fake cops, unless it was just his friends dressed up or whatever.
Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld. Somebody, well, it's not somebody. There's a growing rumbling online that's saying that he has Parkinson's, maybe. I will say this. There was a hilarious, he did, we're obviously big fans, right? You and I, Robin. I don't know about anybody else, but it feels like the three of us. I have just been watching him everywhere, and even if I'm not watching the full thing, I'm watching clips of him on like all these shows because he's promoting Unfrosted, the new Netflix movie, which came out on Friday. And he went on Saturday Night Live this weekend and did this hilarious bit about overexposure and doing too much press. Colin Jost introduced him as the guy doing too much press, and he just popped in, and he's like, you know, they were making fun of the fact that he was on the Rich Eisen show, and they're like, you know, Jerry's like, it's a sports show. Nobody even told me it was a sports show. Like, he's just doing so much to promote. He overexposed himself. But in every clip I saw, I noticed he does this weird head shake thing when he talks and makes a point. I
feel like he did that slightly back in the day.
Possibly.
What do you you know, he would do that. But I have seen it a little more these days. You're right.
Right? Haven't you noticed it? And I saw it the other day, and I said to Cuddles, I go, Gary Bettman, who's the commissioner of the NHL, him's the same way. It was very little 15 years ago. Now you watch Gary Bettman talk, and his head, he looks like a bobblehead sometimes. His head is moving so much. And I'm like, are they okay? Like, is there some, it's very, very noticeable though.
Yeah.
You know, very noticeable.
Is it while he's not talking or only when he talks?
It's like, I notice it just like, I feel like when he's winding down in a sentence, like getting to the end of a point.
If you watch his old stand up, he would do that like a, because it's with Parkinson's, it's very, I'm imagining, I think it's very hard to control.
Yeah.
I mean, if you focus, maybe, I don't know, but like, it's hard. It's uncontrollable movements. And to do it only at the end of sentences, I don't know, but I don't think that's how. I think it would just be a constant thing until you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how to, you know.
But I was reading somebody reacting to it who claimed to be a doctor, and they were like, they didn't say tics, they said shifts or whatever. I forget what term they used, is shakes or something. I have whatever terminology, but they said tremors. That, I think that was it. You're right. Good. They go, you can have tremors and not have Parkinson's. Like, there's other ailments or things that are not, you know, not going to cause death, and you could still have it. So hopefully it's one of those things. But I noticed that the fact that you're acknowledging that you've noticed it too, I feel like it's one of those things that's kind of oddly, weirdly out there.
I always thought, like, I've seen him do that back. I don't know. It seemed like a Seinfeld thing. Like that was his, like, even if you did an impression of it, it was like, what, you know, and you would wind down with that. It was but maybe it's a little more pronounced now. But
maybe,
I don't know. It could be, it could not be. It could very easily not be, because I've seen him. I feel like I've seen him do that. But since you bring it up, I have noticed it a little more these days, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it's a lot more pronounced.
Yeah, because I've seen him do that. I feel like that's a him kind of mannerism.
Because he's very poignant in his stand-up, right? All his thing, he's very pronounced, and his vocal inflection. It's all intentional. When you see one of those things, you just wonder. I guess he'll talk about it if he wants to. The good news is if you get Parkinson's at a late age, believe it or not, it's actually better. You often don't die from it. What's his name? The comedian that just died on Curb. Richard Lewis had Parkinson's. Had late stage Parkinson's.
My grandmother had Parkinson's.
Your grandmother too.
It's not. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a horrible thing. Yeah, it's not like I hope he's not. What is he? 70 years old? 69, 70 years old. I think
he's 70 years old.
Yeah, 70.
70.
So it's horrible for anybody to get. I hope he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll keep an eye on it if he chooses to, come out with it or not.
Did you watch Unfrosted, or are you giving it the Curb Your Enthusiasm treatment?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I haven't watched it yet. I will watch it.
Okay. I'm going to give my little review.
You have seen it.
It's very good.
Lovely.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. Very kitsch 50s storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to, I don't know if people are panning it, because I started to see a couple things pop up, and I like to go in cold.
Right.
So I've been ignoring all that stuff, but I feel like people may be out there slamming it. I'm here to tell you that it's lovely and very funny and cute.
Okay,
and
that's good.
I don't know.
You look on IMDb, it has it as 5.9 stars out of 10.
Oh, is that right?
Last time I looked at it a couple days ago. That's what.
This is what bothers me. I don't know how you can take a film that treats the invention of the Pop-Tart and puts it in the premise of like an arms race, like Cold War, US versus Russia. Like, this is serious. Like, how you take a movie like that and go, oh, it's just not good. Like, this is what it's supposed to be.
Well, yeah, but it has to be funny. I mean, if you're going for comedy and ridiculous, it has to make you laugh.
I thought there were really funny parts in it.
All right, good. I want there to be
a lot of silliness, a lot of like, but there are some great funny moments in it, and everybody and your mother is in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, ton of
really funny people in that movie.
Right, I'll check it out.
As we get Aaron in here to do pick one, kick one, Mr. Softee has announced that they are coming out with an app that will tell you where every Mr. Softee truck in New York City is.
Oh my God.
This is something that needs to be expanded worldwide.
The Mr. Softee app. Do you get like free, like coupons and deals with using the app?
I don't know.
Can you pay through the app?
I don't know. I hope so. That would be a dream come true.
Yeah, that'll be something.
Could you imagine ordering through the app?
And then you hear the bells coming down the road. You're like, it's here.
Ice cream's on the way.
It's nice.
What better thing? I'd be like, I'd like a
bomb pop,
or I'd like a little chocolate vanilla swirl, please, with chocolate sprinkles. Boop, boop, boop. Order it up. Just wait to hear the bells come down the street.
You got to go out to the curb though. They're not walking it to your house.
That's true. They're not. But I mean, when you think about it, you can really, there's no greater thrill. It's almost, again, I'm not somebody who cheats on my wife. I'm trying to think if I ever cheated on a girlfriend. I don't think so. Never did. But there is an air. I do feel like I have that feeling when you're somewhere other than where you live and you got Mr. Softee and you're like, I'm going to have an ice cream here. This is going to be good. I'm going to flag this guy. Right. Yeah.
Gotta tell you, I don't remember the last time I had an ice cream out of the truck.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you probably have them because you're with the kids.
They show up at all the outdoor kids stuff.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I got an ice cream out of the truck.
Oh, it's so good. It's the best part. I feel like they do it really for the dads. Like, because we go to these like movies outside. Now I get to sit in the fucking grass and watch a movie that I could literally put on in my own home. Yeah. And that my kids have been watching every day for the last 40 days, And now I got to go and I got to be nice to all the other parents who I don't give a shit about. But they gave me a little ticket that I could exchange for an ice cream cone. So it's like,
that's nice. That's nice. It makes it all worth it.
It becomes that one thing where you're like, this ain't so bad.
Now, is the ice cream truck, is that a universal thing? Is that in most countries? Can we, is that like,
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know where the ice cream truck is popular. People in different countries, do you have? Let us know what country you're in, and if you have ice cream trucks going around
Yeah.
selling ice cream. They just drive up the street. You hear a song playing, and you come out and you buy ice cream from the truck.
Can I tell you something? I love Mr. Softee. I hate the other one. The truck that just comes with the all the prepackaged ice pops.
The Good Humor.
Is that it? Yeah, Good Humor. Yeah, because they don't have any real ice cream on there, do they? I don't think they do.
There you go. Germany has a Haagen-Dazs truck, but it doesn't drive around. It's like a stationary, just like a food truck.
Oh, that's not fair because that's some superior ice cream. Could you imagine getting that on a fucking?
Yeah, right. Scotland Scotland has them. No ice cream trucks in Spain. Canada has them. USA, yep, we got them. We do have them.
Confirmed that they are in the U.S.
Confirmed.
Thank you.
We definitely have. That's surprising that Spain doesn't have them.
What are they doing over there in Spain where they don't have a fucking?
It's an untapped market, though.
Do they have gelato trucks in Italy? I don't even know.
Could tell you.
I like a nice gelato truck.
That'd be nice.
That would be great. We had we went to the pizzeria the other night for dinner, and they have gelato there. So we got the kids gelato, and I took one bite of the gelato. Oh my god!
Good.
It was. Oh my god! It was birthday cake gelato. It was like, I don't know. It was like a unicorn having an orgasm in my mouth. It was unbelievable.
That's special.
It's quite the picture.
That's something.
All right, Frank, we've got to get to pick one, kick one. We've got some.
Let's do this, baby.
Interesting items on pick one, kick one. So I hear.
Yes, let's see.
Erin has joined us. Hello, Erin.
Hi. So this is pick one, kick one. This one's kind of no frills Monday. I'm just doing which one you like better, but I'd ask you to keep it to talent, not looks. Cool?
Talent, not looks.
We have actresses. I'm going to give you two actresses whose names start with the same letter, and this doesn't mean you can't go back and review their catalog. It doesn't mean that they're going to leave show business. It's just which one you like more. No frills Monday.
Okay. So we just got to pick which actress we like better as an actress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we got to take looks out of it.
Yes.
So is this a oh, all right. So all right, like you said, no frills. This isn't you can't watch the other one's movies. You have to only watch this one's movies. It's just pick one and kick one.
Uh-huh. The purest sense of the word.
Okay.
And you don't need a pen or pencil, just your brain. So I didn't get every letter, of course, but I got 17 of them. And the first one is A. Is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Amanda Seyfried or Anna Kendrick?
As an actor, let's see.
Anna Kendrick.
Amanda Seyfried. Anna Kendrick. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Amanda Seyfried to me can only play ditzy bubblehead.
Really?
I don't know if I'm typecasting her from Mean Girls. That's the Mean Girls girl, right?
She was in Mean Girls. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was in Mamma Mia, which I'm never watching that.
She was in Ted too.
I don't know if I saw that. I'm picking Anna, kicking Amanda.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I like Anna Kendrick's. Yeah, Kendrick's.
Hold on, Aaron. Can we add Kendrick Lamar into this? Is it Anna Kendrick Lamar or just Anna Kendrick?
No.
Thank you,
Okay,
Haley.
we got an Anna, we got an AK, we got an I don't know these people.
Which one are you picking, Frank?
I'll go with Anna Kendrick.
Okay, solid. Little dissension in the. It feels like mostly Anna.
Column. That's funny. Yeah, in Ted 2, they make fun of her the way what's her name looks.
Oh, that she looks like Gollum.
She looks like Gollum. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Bug eyes.
Love it. All right, we're off to a good start, Aaron.
Anthony, is there any way you can? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but is there any way you can put up pictures of these people? Or no? Because all right, not a big deal. Search on your own, people.
If one comes into question, we can bring it up, but it could get a little dicey.
Okay. Brie Larson, she's been up for some films, and Blake Lively, she's kind of omnipresent.
Brie Larson, if anybody doesn't know, is Captain Marvel.
Yep.
She plays Captain Marvel. And of course,
What has Blake Lively been in, though?
Blake Lively.
I mean,
She was in. There was a movie, Deep Waters, I think it was called, or something like that. Was it the shark?
No. Oh, The Shallows, yeah.
The Shallows.
A Simple Favor, Traveling
Favor.
Pants, Green Lantern, and Age of Adeline. She's married to Ryan Reynolds.
I feel like that's why she's famous now, though, because she's married to Ryan Reynolds. I don't really see her as being a huge actress anymore.
Powerhouse actress.
Right.
Yeah, but Brie Larson, I guess she's
Captain Marvel. I mean,
Captain Marvel. It's true.
I mean, that last Marvel movie fucking tanked. It was terrible. Like, nobody went to go see it.
Nobody saw that one. You're right.
But
she was good as Captain Marvel. I don't really know her from much else.
I'm going to go Brie because Blake just doesn't have the juice right now.
I'll go. It's tough.
To quote the great Ari Gold, I don't represent talent. I represent heat.
Okay. Great, Ari Gold. I'll go Blake. I liked her in that Shallows movie. She was good. It was her the whole movie. There's a few other people in the movie, but she was the main focus for the whole thing. It was her versus a shark, and she was really good.
All right, interesting. Frank could never remember Blake Lively. I always have to remind him of her, and he picked her. I love
What do
it.
you mean you have to remind me?
Remember, this is I pointed this out sometime recently, right, Aaron? Like, you were always like, oh, what's her name? That girl with the, and I'm like, Blake Lively? And you like, Blake Lively.
Maybe, but she was good. If we're comparing the two, she was good in what's it called? In The Shallows.
Okay. So, Shallow's performance only, we're going with Blake Lively.
Well, you're only going with Captain Marvel, so
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and I hate to say it, but it's a little prettier to me. I know. It
we're
doesn't
not going
count.
off of that.
I know. I know.
All right.
Wait.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Was she in the town? She
was.
was in the town. She was good in the town.
You don't even know who she played in the town.
Yeah, no, she plays the Ben Affleck's former lover, the sister of the other guy.
Yeah, he's right.
Damn.
Yeah, she did a good job. She was really good in that. I forgot about that.
I don't remember the town. I don't think I saw the town. Maybe I did, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it.
There you go.
All right, Mr. Jablomi, it's going to get a little easier now because I'm going with people that are a little bit better known, a little bit older. Christina Ricci or Claire Danes. And I don't want to hear you don't know who these people are because they've been in enough stuff.
Christina Ricci is really good. Claire Danes, also good.
Both very good.
Man, that's tough. Let's see. Christina Ricci hasn't been in a lot recently, except for the TV show that we watch when it's on every like 10 years.
Oh yeah, Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jackets. She's in that.
She's. I could tell you who's hotter. This would be so much easier if it was. Who are you attracted to?
Movie-wise, she hasn't been in much, if anything, recently. And who's the other one? Against
Claire Danes.
Claire Danes. Same. Hasn't been in much except for that show where she plays like an FBI agent,
which was huge for her. That was a really big deal for her. Yeah. Claire Danes, I feel like, will always be our Juliet. No?
She's America's Juliet.
Right, Aaron? She's our generation's Juliet.
Yeah. I agree.
I respect my so-called life greatly. This is very tough. I got to go with Christina Ricci because from Wednesday Addams to, I don't know. I might call back my statement.
We're talking about acting skill, like not your favorite roles, and you just who has the better chops, has the better acting capabilities. Who's the better actress?
It could be who you like more. No offense, Frank,
okay.
but it can be who you like more. Sorry,
No, that's fine.
I just feel like it's who you're going with. Sorry.
No.
If I in the beginning I didn't say it as well.
Don't apologize. Put him in his place. Don't take no shit off of him.
I explained it well.
No, that's great. If we're going with who we like best,
It's one and the same. It's who you think is the better actor. You know, really. I mean, you're both saying the same thing, really.
That
no.
movie was called Broke Down Palace. Someone asked
Oh, yeah,
about
with
the
Claire
movie she was
Danes.
trapped in Thailand. Oh my God, it's the reason I didn't want to internationally travel. So that movie when I was 15 and I was like, I'm never gonna go anywhere. They're
That
gonna
was a
frame me
rough
for
movie.
drug dealing. And my parents were like, we're just going to Maine and when you're with your parents. I'm like,
Yeah. But you never know. I don't know. I feel like acting wise, I don't know. Oh, it's tough.
I'm gonna go Ricci because I'm with Neil. Black Snake Moan,
Never
The
saw it.
Addams Family. I just think
Addams Family was
Casper.
good, but she was like 10 years old.
I know. I'm just saying. I think she's been in a bunch of stuff that's been great. The thing is, here's how I'm judging it. When I turn it on, if I see this person, am I going to turn off that movie?
All right. I'll give you that.
And I'm
Christina
not going to
Ricci,
turn
yeah.
it off for Christina Ricci. Whereas Claire Danes, who I love, in my so-called life, we go back in the day.
Terminator 3.
Terminator 3. I'm just, I'm going to go with Christina Ricci on this one.
All right, we'll go with Ricci then. I think I'm on board with Ricci.
Okay.
okay. Next up, I'm sorry, I skipped D and went to E. D will be next. It's Emma Stone or Emily Blunt.
Stone, Emily Blunt.
You're not going to make this easy, are you?
Emma Stone. I got Emma Stone. I'm trying to think of things I've seen Emma Stone in, and I can't think of anything.
Did you watch the, what's the new one?
The new what?
Poor Things. We didn't see it.
You never saw Poor Things yet? Oh,
haven't
you got to
seen
see
Poor
Poor
Things,
Things. I feel like you're
Okay,
not
that's
qualified to
understandable.
judge this one by not seeing Poor Things.
Okay. I saw, she was in Birdman, right? Michael Keaton?
Yes.
She's good in that, I guess.
Poor Things, La La Land, Cruella, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, Cruella. She was good in Cruella.
Easy A, The Help, Superbad, Zombieland, Crazy Stupid Love.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to go with her.
And you're correct, Birdman. You're going
I'm going with
Emma Stone?
Emma Stone.
Okay, I'm going Emily Blunt. But I will say, I have Emma Stone, after seeing her in Superbad, I can't believe we still have Emma Stone. Like, it just seems like that kind of role in that kind of movie, you'll never see that actress again.
Right.
And she is so fucking brilliant in Poor Things. She's so wonderful to watch. I love her so much. But Emily Blunt, I mean, come on.
What do you...
I mean, it's not even close. Emily Blunt, I feel, is the modern day Julia Roberts, where you can literally put her in anything and she's going to shine and kind of steal the picture. Let me just give you a couple of examples. And I haven't even seen The Quiet Place yet. But
I don't know what you're basing this on then.
Okay, I'm gonna run down. She's wonderful in Oppenheimer, even though she's not in it a lot. I know you hate Oppenheimer. She's go ahead, Erin.
She played a dour, alcoholic, angry, person you did not want to see more of. I absolutely hated her character. I don't even understand why he married her, because he married her when he met her. She was like, "I'm married and I'm awful," and he's like, "Wow, I can't resist this."
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to her acting, because you hated her, which it's good acting. The Devil Wears Prada, she's great in that.
She was.
I never saw that.
You have to get out more. What do you do with your day?
Or stay in more.
I don't know what you do other than not watch great movies and curb your enthusiasm.
That's what I do. I sit there in silence in a dark room, and I stare at a blank TV. It's just not on.
I just picture Aaron walking and go, "Honey, you want to watch Curb?" And just no.
I prefer my silence, please.
When I plug the TV in, he gets so mad.
She was, and this shouldn't be shat on, she's a wonderful Mary Poppins. And that is not an easy role to take over.
But did she do it well?
Amazing. And just to give you an example of the flexibility, you ever see Edge of Tomorrow? with Tom Cruise.
Yes, I did.
Fucking action movie, not The Devil's Wear Prada, not the Will They Won't They Get Together, and she's fucking great in that.
I think she was good. She held. Yeah, she was fun. Good in that movie. I don't think she was like unbelievable, but she was good. I'll give you that.
She was great in Charlie Wilson's War. She's only in that
Never
for a
saw
little bit, but she's great in that.
All right.
She's fucking great in almost everything that she does.
All right.
Emily
So you're
Blunt
going
for me.
All right. I'll go with Emma Stone.
Let's D it up, Aaron.
I don't like D that much. I'm sorry. That sounds weird. But all right. So Drew Barrymore or Dakota Fanning. I know that one's a little stacked because Drew Barrymore's been in everything, but just humor me.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm gonna go with
Gotta go Drew.
Drew. We just have a longer history.
She's in a lot more fun movies and
Okay, how about this one? I'm going to change it up because there's nothing at stake. What about Drew Barrymore or Demi Moore?
I go Drew again.
I gotta go with Frank. I got Drew. That's a tougher competition. That's a tougher choice. Because
if you see a movie with Drew Barrymore on, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But but Demi Moore has been great. I mean, Indecent Proposal, Ghost, Striptease, A Few Good Men, Margin Call.
Crazy Summer? I love One Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer. That was
One Crazy Summer.
80s one?
You ever see Margin Call?
No.
It's a good movie.
I mean, you got A Few Good Men in there, but it's like she wasn't the powerhouse in that movie.
No, but she's still, I mean, she's hanging with gargantuan actors, and she's...
I mean, you got 3 huge actors in that movie that are like, or what am I even,
Yeah.
Not called One Good Woman, is it?
Right. Oh, yeah, G.I. Jane. Very good.
I think you just came up with a reboot, Aaron. Hear me out. One Good Woman. We go back to A Few Good Men and we analyze the whole thing from Drew's standpoint. I mean, Demi's standpoint. Damn it. All right,
Damn,
anyway.
you suck.
All right, I think we're all on board with Drew Barrymore, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, next up is Florence Pugh, who's been in a lot recently.
Florence Pugh.
Frances McDormand, who's won the Oscar 3 times.
You have some nerve. You have some nerve.
What did I do?
Sometimes
actresses there are? What did you want?
No, but you sometimes I feel like you go into my brain and you just go, "Oh, this will fuck him up."
If we're going on acting talent, then we'll probably go Frances McDormand.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But if we're going on fun, movies that I can only name a few movies that I've seen with her in it. Frances McDormand. Fargo.
She has been in Little Women. She's been in Black Widow. She's been in Midsommar. She's been in Oppenheimer. She's been in one more thing. I know it. Anyway, she's been in a lot recently.
Yeah, she has.
You know who I always confuse her for? Not her face, but her name. Who is the love interest in Groundhog Day? Black curly hair.
Andy McDowell.
Andy McDowell.
Andy McDowell. I feel like Andy
Pugh.
McDowell's name should be Frances McDormand.
Oh, we thought you meant Florence Pugh, and we were really confused.
No.
Oh, okay.
Andy McDowell. I feel like when people go Frances McDormand, I think of Andy McDowell, and then I have to tell myself, "Oh wait, no, that's not her."
Recalculate your brain.
Yeah, every time for the last 25 years.
All right.
No, but come on, Frances McDormand. I mean, everything you just said. Almost Famous, Raising Arizona. Something's Got to Give. It's too much history.
Something's Got to Give. I don't remember her in Something's Got to Give.
Yeah, she's the sister. She plays what's her name's sister.
Oh. Barely remember. I don't remember her in that at all.
Yeah. I feel like Florence Pugh is the new hot shit, but Frances McDormand, I gotta respect the history, the body of work.
Yeah, she's been in some stuff. So we'll go McDormand.
All right, we're trucking along here, Aaron.
All right. Gwyneth Paltrow or Goldie Hawn?
Goldie Hawn. Next.
Wow.
I don't respect Gwyneth Paltrow whatsoever. I'm sorry.
Why?
Name
Just 'cause of
name
who
a
she
role.
is?
Name just because she sucks. Name her. And how could you break up with Chris Martin? I mean, name a
He's in
role
Coldplay.
outside of Shallow Hal. Name a role. I'll give you 3 seconds.
She was in Shakespeare in Love.
Fuck. All right.
Name a role. I'll give me 3 seconds.
I just don't think she's a good actress. I really just don't. I mean, okay. When have
The chat
you?
agrees with you.
What?
The chat agrees with you.
Do they?
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah,
Goldie Hawn too, but you just jumped right on, right on her back, like holy shit.
because I feel like she's one of those stars, and not
Iron Man, yeah, there you go. Pepper
that
Potts.
she sucks at Iron Man.
All right.
She's the worst fucking part of that. You could have put anybody else in that, and she would have been so much better.
That's how I feel about Emily Blunt.
Really?
In most cases.
Bite your tongue.
All right.
Emily Blunt is wonderful. She's enchanting. She's very charming.
Okay.
Again, I find she was just as good in that Edge of Tomorrow than she was in any of.
She was good in Edge of Tomorrow.
Great in
That was
that.
a good movie.
All right, Goldie Hawn. Agreed.
Goldie Hawn. Definitely Goldie Hawn. She was in a lot of really good movies.
Okay, I think this is another one that's a little stacked, but Halle Berry or Helen Hunt?
Helen Hunt.
Yeah, which way did you think it was stacked in? I think that's a tough one.
I thought that people were going to say Halle Berry. People seem to not like Helen Hunt. I don't know why. I like her.
I like Helen
Well,
Hunt.
I think
she's
you're
underrated.
on track where Halle Berry has been celebrated a lot more than Helen Hunt.
I like them both. I just Helen Hunt. I don't know. I like her acting. I like her. She was in As Good as It Gets, Twister, which is a movie I grew up with. I watch that all the time.
Yeah.
Passed away.
Castaway. Yep. And she doesn't. I mean, recently she hasn't been in much, but grew up with her and Mad About You. Halle Berry. I don't really know a lot of her movies as much. I'm sorry?
The Flintstones. I don't know.
The Flintstones. She was in the Flintstones, yes. Catwoman.
Stunk.
Right. What else? What are the other?
Yeah, hers. She's more famous, I feel like, for being Halle Berry than for any one particular acting. Catwoman, Monsters Ball was her big one.
X-Men. Yeah, okay. She was, but I didn't think she was, amazing in X-Men. She was good.
Swordfish.
Swordfish.
She was a Bond girl. She was in Die Another Day.
So I didn't see that.
Back from 2002. Gothica, I feel, was a big one for her. I didn't see it.
Don't know it.
Boomerang. She was good in. Yeah, I think the X-Men were kind of like her big. I think she's in the John Wicks.
Is she in the John Wicks?
Keep showing
X-Men.
up.
Sure. Yeah, she was Storm in X-Men. Not bad.
I feel like she's too hot though.
For what?
Like for her like I'm not saying she's not talented, but I feel like a lot of her acknowledgement comes from how gorgeous she is versus her acting ability. I'm not taking away from her acting ability. I'm just saying.
Monsters Ball. She win for that?
She won for something.
She won for that.
She won
She
for
got
Monsters
kissed
Ball.
by Adrian Brody.
That's right.
Whoa. All right, so this one was pretty evenly split in the comments? I don't know.
It looks like you got a lot of Helen Hunt, Halle Berry. Yeah, there's a few Halle Berry sprinkled in there, but I think Helen Hunt takes the lead here.
Okay, I was wrong. Ready for a tough one? I think, but I've been wrong so much.
What do you got?
All right, Jennifer Lawrence or Jessica Chastain?
Ooh.
Okay, Jen Lawrence and Jessica Chastain. Now,
That's
Jessica
a good
Chastain, I have to look up because
You
feel
know
like I
Jessica
could.
Chastain?
I know her, but I feel like I confuse her for a lot of things.
Yeah, people confuse her a lot with like Bryce Dallas Howard, or
Right.
she's red hair and.
Okay, so Jessica Chastain was in The Help. She was in Interstellar.
Yep.
Zero Dark 30.
Oh, she was great in that. She was the whole movie.
The Martian. Say that again, Aaron.
There's a good movie called Miss Larson, but she did win for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which I don't know. Has anybody seen that in the comments? I've never seen that.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, I saw her when she was made up to look like Tammy Faye. She looked, pulled it off.
Right.
But Jennifer Lawrence, I don't know. I don't know. She's in a lot more comedic movies and fun movies, stuff like that. They're both really good actresses. So that's a tough one.
I don't think this is tough. I'm going Jennifer Lawrence.
I was going to say, I'm probably going Jennifer Lawrence too. Yeah, I go Jennifer Lawrence. You got The Hunger Games.
No Hard Feelings recently.
No Hard Feelings was good. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. American Hustle, which I didn't really like. Did you see American Hustle?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that one. But Jennifer Lawrence is good.
Big fan of Jennifer Lawrence. All right.
All right. Next up, Kirsten Dunst or Keira Knightley?
Kirsten Dunst or Keira Knightley?
Okay, I gotta look up Keira Knightley. I know who she is.
Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean. She was just in a movie. What was the movie we just saw? It was an apocalyptic kind of movie. What was it?
Silent Night.
Silent Night. Very good movie. Went right under the radar. It just came out like last year, I think. But a good movie if you're looking for something. Keira Knightley was in it.
You know what I loved her in? Begin Again. Did you see Begin Again?
No.
No, but I should. I want to.
Oh my God. She is so. That's the one with it's her and it's Mark Ruffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like the music producer and she's like the undiscovered talent and they record a record together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so like they're just like running all over New York City, borrowing studio time, recording in subway state, like all this crazy shit to put a fucking. And then her like boyfriend her boyfriend is that fuckface from Maroon 5, Adam
Levine.
Ugh. He's great in it because he plays a shithead asshole. So they were just like, Adam, show up and be yourself. And he killed it. He knocked it out of the park. But she's wonderful in that movie.
But Kristen Dunst, you got the Spider-Man movies. You got, what was it, Bridesmaid? Or
No, she's not Bridesmaid.
Bachelorette. That was a good movie.
The cheerleading movie.
Bring It On, yeah.
I'm going Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley.
Man.
I reversed in my head. I started out with Kirsten Dunst. I'm going Keira Knightley.
Yeah, they're both good. They're both good actresses. I'll go Keira Knightley. She's in. I don't know what it is. She's in
fucking Star Wars.
serious.
That should be a slam dunk for you.
She is in Star Wars. That's true. Very small role in Star Wars, but she's in it. Episode 1.
All right, Aaron. What else you got?
Okay, I got Lizzie Kaplan. He's in a lot now. Or an old favorite, Laura Linney.
All right, I got to look up Lizzie Kaplan. I don't know who that is. Oh, I do know who this is.
You know who that is.
She's in Mean Girls and Cloverfield and
Also,
Bachelorette.
Bachelorette.
And Masters of Sex.
Yeah, she was on that show, Party Down.
Mm-hmm.
Cloverfield. There's something else.
Cloverfield. Oh, those magician movies. That's like not great.
I do like those movies, though. When you're just watching and you're like, this isn't good, but I like it.
I can't with that because it's just not fair. The magic isn't magic that anybody can do. It's all bullshit. So it's like, all right, are these superheroes or are they people? I don't know what I'm rooting for here. So Laura Linney or what's her name again?
Lizzie Kaplan.
Lizzie Kaplan. Right. See, Laura Linney's been in some good stuff too. Truman Show, Congo. What's the one with all the Love Actually?
Mm-hmm. Man of the Year.
Mm,
She was in Sully. I loved her in John Adams. I thought she was brilliant in John Adams.
she's in the new Ninja Turtles movies, which are
Oh my
just
God.
weird and ridiculous.
I'm going Laura Linney.
You going Laura Linney? I'll go Lizzie Kaplan because I like her movies and her because she's got a wider range of stuff. The TV shows and the movies. I like Laura Linney, but if I had to pick,
Okay.
Didn't you love Ozark?
Ozark was really good. She was very, I don't know. She was good. She was really good in it. And her character was very like, I don't know, that pissed you off kind of character. You know what I mean? But she was good, very good. But Lizzie Kaplan, I don't know. I like Party Down, and she's in a bunch of other things that are good. So I'll go Lizzie Kaplan.
I only have two more, and I guarantee you know these four actresses, so you don't have to worry. We're gonna skip down because I don't want to. I'm just gonna skip down to R, which is Rachel McAdams and Reese Witherspoon. You know who these people are.
We do. Rachel
Those are two
McAdams,
heavy hitters.
Reese Witherspoon.
Those are two heavy hitters.
We made a real record, June. I don't think he was talking to June in that. He was talking to his wife. Let's see. Rachel McAdams or Reese Witherspoon. I'm going Rachel McAdams.
Wow. It's faster than I thought it would be.
Yeah, you got all the what's it called? You got Wedding Crashers. You got Doctor Strange. All those movies. She's in a lot of movies where she's the love interest of a time traveler, which is weird.
It's true. 3 movies. She's also in Red Eye.
She's in Red Eye.
Mean Girls.
The Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr.
I got you here. Notebook, Mean Girls, Red Eye, Disobedience, The Hot Chick, Doctor Strange, Wedding Crashers, Morning Glory, Sherlock Holmes, Game Night.
Game Night was funny.
Midnight in Paris, Spotlight. She was good in Spotlight.
She's good. She knows what she's doing.
Just a good book recommendation because she's in the movie. But if anybody wants to read a good book, Time Traveler's Wife. Good book.
Time Traveler's right. Yeah, that was the other movie she's in with the time traveler. And what was the other one? There's Doctor Strange. There's Time Traveler's Wife.
There's a Woody Allen movie like Midnight in Paris or something. I didn't see it, but she plays the girlfriend of a time traveler again.
Yeah.
Yep, Midnight in Paris.
And I think there's another Doctor Strange in there somewhere too. That's like 4 movies.
Midnight in Paris with what's his name? Who she's in?
There you go. Beat my drum. The Notebook.
What?
You said The Notebook?
I said The Notebook.
Oh, okay. Notebook.
Here's Reese Witherspoon. Legally Blonde, Little Lies, The Morning Show, Fear, Cruel Intentions, Wild, Walk the Line, Sweet Home Alabama, The Man in the Moon, Just Like Heaven,
Pleasantville.
American Psycho. I forgot Reese Witherspoon's in American Psycho.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Election.
Rachel McAdams.
I'm going Reese Witherspoon.
I'm going Reese without a spoon.
And I feel good about my pick. I mean, we got 4 Christmases. We've got fucking, you want to see a funny, stupid ass movie? Overnight Delivery.
Yeah.
1998. It's Reese Witherspoon as a brunette.
Is that what's his name? Ryan
Paul
Reynolds?
Rudd.
Oh, Paul Rudd. Okay.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
All right. It sounded familiar.
I love that movie.
She's in a lot of good stuff, but I feel Rachel McAdams. I like more of her movies. I don't know, more of the movies she's in.
All right.
But that's me. You're
What's
allowed to
the?
pick the other.
I'll tell you what. The audience is running away with Reese Witherspoon right now.
A lot of Reese's. I don't think I have one. Is there anybody? Rachel
Nobody
McAdams?
chose Rachel McAdams now that I'm looking at it.
Somebody said that Frank changed their vote.
Yep, Neil said
there
Reese, and then Frank changed my vote to Rachel. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
She's in a lot of good stuff.
You got one. All right, Aaron. Is this the finale?
Yep, this last one. Thanks everyone for playing. It's Scarlett Johansson and Sandra Bullock.
Ooh,
These are tough.
that is not easy. Let's see. Sandra Bullock's in a lot of classics.
Yeah, she is.
Scarlett Johansson, newer things than Bullock. Younger.
All right. Do you want a little tale of the tape? Should we go to the movies?
All right, we got. Which one are you starting with?
Where are we going? Who do you want to start with?
Start with Sandra Bullock. Let's see. You got Speed. You got
Speed
The
2 Cruise
Net.
Control.
Speed 2 Cruise Control. Demolition Man.
I got the list. Do you want me to just go down the list?
Go ahead. Go down the list.
This doesn't look like this is in any sort of an order. The Proposal,
Right.
Blindside, Miss Congeniality,
Classic.
Ocean's 8,
Mm-hmm.
Bird Box,
Sure.
Speed,
Yep.
The Heat, with Melissa McCarthy.
Right.
While You Were Sleeping, I feel like
That's another big classic movie.
that's Sandra Bullock 1.0. While You Were Sleeping, 90s
Right.
Sandra Bullock, right? Demolition
OG
Man.
Bullock. Yep.
I'd put in Sandra Bullock 1.0. Gravity,
Right. Gravity. Yeah.
The Lake House. Okay, one of the best pictures of all time. 2 Weeks Notice. She's great in 2 Weeks Notice.
I don't think I've seen 2 Weeks Notice.
What?
Your mom likes 2 Weeks Notice, Frank.
What'd you say?
Your mom likes that movie a lot.
Okay. I should give it a try.
It's fucking great movie with Hugh Grant. First movie, by the way, first movie to film in New York City after 9/11.
Really?
Yeah.
When I think about it, isn't 2 Weeks Notice a reversal of The Proposal? Like, isn't she like a terrible boss in The Proposal, and she's like a?
Yeah, you're right.
That's weird.
Flip the script on that one. Huh?
Ryan Reynolds plays the Sandra Bullock character in The Proposal. Yeah.
All right.
A Time to Kill, 28 Days, fun movie that doesn't get a lot of play.
Tell you, Sandra Bullock's in a lot of good stuff.
The Net, remember The Net?
I said The Net. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's a great one.
When the internet was like this new crazy thing.
We have to go on the internet.
You gotta log in.
I would love to show kids these days The Net. They would be like, "What the fuck is this?
This
What's
giant.
happening?"
I gotta take my laptop. To be fair, the newest, like she had like the newest equipment. It was like a laptop on the beach, and everybody's like, "Whoa,
Dude, a laptop on the beach. Yeah, that was like unheard of. That was like
a computer in her lap." What are you talking about?
yeah, it's crazy. Okay, and then Scarlett Johansson. We've got
Star Joe. Go ahead.
again in no particular order: Black Widow, The Avengers, Lucy, Lost in Translation. One of my favorites, Don John, which is great. Avengers, Iron Man 2, Asteroid City, Match Point.
Oh, she was good in Jojo Rabbit.
That's the one I was going to name next, Jojo Rabbit. Marriage Story, she was good in that. Her. Transformers 1. She's one of those actresses that you could put in the huge blockbuster, and then you could also put her in the small, independent rom-com.
Yeah, and she'll get people to go.
It'll be amazing both ways. Chef. She's great in Chef. She's Ghost World. That was one of her early ones. Captain Marvel, Rough Night.
What was the one, Aaron, you know, the one with the Match Point. Did you say Match Point?
I said Match Point.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, The Prestige?
She's been
Is that Aaron? Yeah.
In Good Company. She was good in Good Company.
Yeah, I mean, the Marvel movies alone that's big. But Sandra Bullock, man, so you gotta go. You gotta go. You're a big fan of the '90s, early 2000s, or early 2000s now to now.
I know.
But even Sandra Bullock is doing. She's still doing good stuff now. I mean, not classic stuff like she did in the '90s. But
Well, but I feel like everybody, when Bird Box came, that was only. Can you believe
Bird
that's
Box was huge. Yeah, that was a big
6 years
Netflix
ago now, though?
Yeah, that was a big
Shit.
Netflix hit.
I said that. I was like, that just came out. That's fucking 6 years old.
Mhm. She was in that movie, The Island, The Lost Island, or Lost Treasure, or something.
We're gonna need a verdict.
I'm gonna go. Oh man, it's tough. I'll go.
I
Sandra.
know, it's so hard. You going Sandra?
Yeah, just based
I'm
on
shocked.
it's just so many classic movies.
Yeah, I can't believe you found a way to make me turn against fucking
Oh,
Scarlett
man,
Johansson.
I don't know. I'm
but-
questioning myself now because Scarlett Johansson's got some really good movies.
Yeah, but I gotta go. I have to go Sandra Bullock. There's just too much respect there between the Net and Miss Congeniality and 2 weeks Notice. I mean, there's too much.
Demolition Man,
Demolition Man, like it's too good. She's great in everything.
Speed.
Fucking Speed.
Yeah.
Who is a
Tough to
bigger
beat.
breakout star, her or Keanu? I don't know. I think you could argue it's her.
Well, if you go in present day, Keanu's right now on fire.
He's still huge, I guess, right?
John Wick is out of control.
Mm.
He could play anything right now. She could do it. She's still. They're both A-list, I think.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
But-
I hope you didn't get too used to the no frills because it's gonna be frills galore next time.
You did a great job. This was fun.
Another plain Jane, but I appreciate everyone playing. Thank you so much.
I'm not going to
Excellent
sleep
job.
tonight thinking about the Scarlett Johansson Sandra Bullock one.
Yeah. Did I screw up? I might have to go back to Scarlet. I don't know.
I'm
I
going to
think
wake
I
up in
screwed this
cold
one.
sweats. Be like,
We go, Scarlet. Son of a bitch. I screwed that whole thing up. I gotta go live. We're going live on the show right now. Let's go. Anthony, fire it up.
You guys.
All
Great
right,
job,
good job,
honey.
Aaron. Thank you. Go ahead and pick up Oval. Link in the
Yes.
description below, as it always is.
Great book. It's available on Amazon. You could buy it, get it shipped to your house, or buy the digital copy. Your choice. Appreciate the support. Oval and novel. Great book. Written by Aaron.
Yes. Almost.
Thank
I
you,
feel
Rob.
like if it was made in a movie, that's what we should see. We should flip it on that wife of yours. Be
Who
like,
we
if you
flip
got to cast Oval in a movie, who would you cast?
So
Give
we
her
got
some
Aaron.
tough choices. See how she likes it.
It's a good idea. It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Who's getting into Oval the movie? Sandra Bullock or Scarlett Johansson?
See, there was a time where Ben Affleck was in everything. So
Mhm.
she was worried that if the movie came out like now, it would be Ben Affleck playing every role.
There would be.
All of them.
That's not a bad angle. Let Ben Affleck do the Eddie Murphy thing and play everybody.
Right. She just
That would be
plays
good.
everybody. Throw a wig on him. He's good to go.
All right. Always good to be back. Sorry we missed Friday. Appreciate everybody. And that's it. I guess we'll see you
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your Monday. And we'll see you next time.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.